Hey everyone, I have something so fun to share with you today. My friend Britt is here. I know her from photographing her at the assembly, and she has been my yoga teacher and my friend, and she lives such an inspirational life. And so she'll be sharing such yumminess with us today. But tell me a little bit more, Britt, about yourself and what you do with your time.
Yeah, so I right now am a full-time student of traditional Chinese medicine, and I also continue to teach yoga and Pilates. So those are kind of my main focuses right now. And just, I'm leading a retreat in April, hosting some workshops in yin yoga and relating it to the elements. So
She's doing all the things to serve people,
Yeah.
making them feel whole and well,
yes,
which
yes,
is such
my
a
goal.
need.
I agree. Yes, definitely a need, especially living in a city.
Totally.
Yeah, I think it's very important to just know what tools are available to you in wellness, and utilize them. And
Yes.
so, very, very important.
Very important,
Yes.
which is why I have her here in the studio. Just meet her in this aloe vera plant, talking about all things, because we were conversing how I work with a lot of go-getters, and I feel that I myself am a go-getter, but how to do it in a sustainable, holistic way, because I tend to burn out. But you have 3 tips for us go-getters of how to do that in a sustainable way. So
Yes.
let's chat about it. Like, what does that even mean to be a wellness practitioner? And how do you take care of your own wellness while you do that?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest, the hardest job that I have is taking care of myself. It's the thing that tends to be neglected the most.
Yeah.
So the analogy that everyone knows, putting your oxygen mask on before someone else's and only giving when your cup is overflowing, I think. So really taking care of yourself, putting yourself as number one before serving others or before doing your work, before offering what you have out into the world. So
that is so necessary.
Yeah,
I love, because I'm a visual artist, I need that analogy of like, oxygen mask first. And also like that picture of a vase. I feel like when I serve my clients, I want them to feel comfortable, to feel confident. And so I'm building them up and I'm constantly pouring out. And then sometimes I'm just drained. But then what you said, like, instead be an upright vase, let all the water flow in, and then it just like gushes out. That is a really good way to be. But I know even as you're in school and as you teach yoga, and even in my own job, we kind of work for ourselves. So how do you find people to work with in that space? Because I know it can be pretty lonely.
Yeah, definitely. That's something so important, I think. So community versus competition, I think, is like motto of my life right now.
Yeah.
I just think it's so important to build our community and work together rather than feeling that there is a set amount of success out there in the world. And so just switching the mindset from scarcity to abundance. There's plenty to go around for all of us. And how can we work together in order to elevate each other? So definitely something I want to advocate in my life right now. And also participate in. So
yes, I love that. I feel like that is such a theme in conversations I'm having with a lot of people. Everyone is seeing the need to think more positively, that there is enough, that I have enough, that I am enough, this abundance. And so that way we can easily share with other people, like, oh, I shouldn't compete to be able to teach at this yoga studio. Rather, like, who can I share this with? Who can I share just like this goodness with? And this is something that you also told me about as well too, is that you've been a recipient of someone sharing before and now you're paying it forward. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So that is I was modeled, I guess, how to live in that state of abundance. And when I first moved to San Francisco, I adopted a friend, or I encountered a friend who shared her resources with me, and she brought me along for the ride on the cool things she was doing, the events she was going to, different jobs that she was able to have another person on. So I was really able to get my footing moving to a brand new city. It was pretty amazing. And so I always think about that time and how blessed I was, you know, by her. And so I try and do the same for other people, just because why not, you know, why not share?
Totally. Yeah. I look back too, because I feel like I'm always in a state of need, and there's always the right people in my life who give me what I need. And then I'm also in phases of life where I can finally give back, and sharing that is huge. Yeah, to give and to receive.
Exactly. Constant flux.
Yes. The constant flow of it all.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of sharing, you do some workshops where you share some of this. You said the 5 elements?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I'm in school for acupuncture, Chinese medicine, and I also teach yoga and Pilates. But right now I'm sharing a workshop series. It's yin yoga, so it's a little bit slower, longer holds, really working with like the connective tissue of the body, and also incorporating the 5 elements. So each class is based around one of the elements. So we've just done, we did water, we did wood, and then we're doing fire for Valentine's Day, and then we do earth and metal. So each one of them has a different correspondence to the part of the meridian system in the body. And so we work different parts of the body in each class and share about the elements. And so it's pretty amazing. I love doing it.
I like that. And you mentioned before too that a friend who recently moved to the city, you're sharing that workshop with her. And you said too, it's like a relief for you, right, to be able to do it with someone else and partner with someone else.
Yeah. So that was my last point, is to how to collaborate, you know. So not only do we need to build our communities, but also how can we share our talents with each other. And so taking on that support, hosting these workshops with my friend, and she's also my classmate in school. We're also doing the retreat together in April, and it just feels so much more supportive, the environment. And just not having to hold the space by yourself. You have that assistance and that support, and it just feels really good. And so I'm like, I want to teach with someone else forever now. It's just like, it's really fun. So
that's so good. So I love this. So how to be a go-getter in a sustainable way is to take care of yourself before you take care of others, to view other people not as competition,
but as collaboration,
sharing that platform, seeing it all as community.
Yes, exactly.
And then like sharing the burden with those people.
That's it.
I think that'll work. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that goodness with me.
You're so welcome.
You can find more of Britt's stuff at britawellness.com.
That's right. Yeah.
So she teaches also at the Pad in San Francisco, and also at the Assembly. So you might have me beside you doing downward dog there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Grace.
Yes, you're welcome.